You have Enter the Chronic's rabbit hole, an army. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle, aka Chronic.
And I'm Alanna, aka Wifey.
And you have chosen the next BTS song to come down the rabbit hole, being
Spring Day.
And y'all said that this one might need a little explanation, so we also have that video at the very end, so stay all the way to the end so you make sure we understand this. And yes, y'all, I did bring the tissues.
I also bought waterproof makeup.
Smart.
Yeah, very.
You warned us. We're ready. Thank you so much for all the support on our last song, which was Fake Love, and as well we started the Rise of Bangtan series because y'all have been coming to the Patreon a lot to let us know exactly which way to move forward with the web series and the songs, and we really appreciate that. All the feedback too, you let us know that maybe the subtitles were a little too small for you on the last video, so we made sure to have it big enough for you. We enlarged the video to make sure that you all have a good experience, whether it's on your phone, laptop, or TV. Let us know how you're viewing us, because I actually really think that's interesting too. You ready, hun?
I'm ready. I'm really excited to get into Spring Day and this official music video because they're always so intricate, have such amazing choreography, and you guys have told us that this one's going to be a little bit of a tearjerker, so my guard is up a little bit going into it, but I'm really excited to get into Spring Day, regardless if I have waterworks or not.
I'll stay strong. Here we go. Spring Day. And we get married on a spring day.
We do. I like Big Hit's intro.
Me too. Okay, on a railroad. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh boy. What an intro. Dun, dun, dun.
보고 싶다 이렇게 말하니까 더 보고 싶다 너의 사진을 보고 있어도 보고 싶다 너무 약속한 시간 나는 우리 겁니다 이제 얼굴 한번 보는 것조차 힘들어진 우리가 여긴 온통 겨울뿐이야 8월에도 겨울이 와 마음은 시간에 달려가네 홀로 남은 설국 열차 네 손잡고 지구 반대편까지 가 겨울을 끝내봐 그리움들이 얼마나 눈치를 내려야 그 봄날이 올까 벌거울 떠드는 작은 먼지처럼 작은 먼지처럼 날리는 눈이 나라면 조금 더 빨리 내게 닿을 수 있을 텐데 난 꽃이 떨어져요 또 조금씩 멀어져요 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 보고 싶다 얼마나 기다려야 분명 밤을 더 세워야 널 보게 될까 날 보게 될까 만나게 될까 만나게 될까 숨겨올 끝을 지나 다시 봄날이 올 때까지 봄이 올 때까지 그곳에 좀 더 머물러서 네가 변한 건지 아니면 내가 변한 건지 이 순간 흐르는 시간
Sugar always changes the vibe.
모두가 그런 거지 뭐 그래 네가 네가 넌 떠났지만 단 하루도 널 잊은 적이 없었지 나 솔직히 보고 싶은데 이만 너를 지울게 그게 널 원망하기보단 덜 아프니까 이날 풀어내본다 연기처럼 하얀 연기처럼
Who passed away?
너는 지운다 해도 사실 난 아직 날 보내지 못하는데 난 꽃이 떨어져요
gosh, what story is this?
That's a really powerful song. I don't know what story it is specifically because we're not overly well versed in the BTS universe and the different like hidden Easter eggs within the BTS universe. But this song is a standalone song. If you're new to BTS, if you're new to this, to what how they create their songs and their stories, this one is definitely one that really hits home as a really powerful breakup song, honestly.
Okay, you're taking that as a
And
breakup song.
yeah, it
Okay.
would be like if you're just listening to this as a standalone, it's a really powerful breakup song, or like a song of longing, or something, a love that is lost. And the reason I took it that way is mainly because within the chorus, it's "I miss you, I want to see you,"
Yeah, for sure.
etc. so forth. And then also with all the moments where the scene of the music video is splitting, it's really showing the feeling alone in the moment of the world. Like I don't remember who was standing in front of the carousel, but then all the people were moving past very quickly as just shadows of light going through
How
while
they're
you're
like
just
affected from this longing.
this longing, this loss, and
Yeah,
it's like you feel alone in those moments. Like
for sure.
time itself is like, even there was a lyric, time makes me hate myself in a way or something, or time hates us was the lyric at the beginning. So you really saw that with that imagery in front of the
Does
carousel.
it get easier over time?
Doesn't necessarily get easier over time. Um, for myself, this was really impactful just because of what I have experienced with loss. So
Yeah.
that's also why I took this as like a longing of loss, either as a breakup song or something even more than that, because I believe what was that Jimin at the very beginning who laid down on the train tracks.
Yeah, that wasn't Jimin. I think that was either V or Jungkook.
Okay,
But
I'm
yeah,
so
at the
sorry.
beginning.
At the
Yeah.
very beginning, who laid down on the train tracks when the train was coming. So like when you see something like that, that is such a powerful moment of complete despair.
That's
That would
existential despair
that's
for sure.
existential despair that would push you to that kind of a moment.
Like, yeah, and like to add to what you're saying, like for me, they're such good storytellers. Everything they need to put out has to have meaning and some truth and or
Absolutely.
and I don't think this is part of the universe. I really think this is something that happened because they had so much imagery going on. I think all the characters that they were portraying in this were the mournings of the people who got affected by something. And the thing
Yeah.
that they all looked like they got affected to when it came to full tuition for me is there was a scene where that mountain was covered by a bunch of shirts and they
Yes.
were sitting in the shirts. And then it was just making me think of like a crash or something.
Okay, like a crash.
Like an accident happened.
Okay.
That's where I was going through because they're also on the railroad when they're going by that scene,
Yeah.
and then I'm wondering if it's just the mourning of something that actually has happened in South Korea or something that.
That was very impactful as like a joint experience that they all kind of had some experience too. And what's really interesting, because I believe when we were
Which can feel like a breakup because you didn't
wait,
choose these people to be gone if it was an accident.
exactly. And what's really interesting about that as well is like I really like how it's called a spring day, but it was very snowy all the way through and cold. And then even in the lyric, it was like it still feels like a winter day. Even in August, the snow is getting in the way because you aren't able to get out of that feeling of coldness, that frozen.
Yeah,
Because, like, whether it's a breakup or a lost loved one or a mass event that took place in your home, like for us, when you brought up a crash, it made me think of the school bus of the basketball team that,
exactly.
right? So
Flipped
like
over.
that flipped over.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that was an extremely impactful moment that we experienced here in Canada that really brought everyone across the country, across the nation together. So
And that's the spirit I was feeling
that's
from this.
and that makes a lot
That's
of
why I was
sense.
really not uncomfortable. I was trying to also stay strong too.
Yeah.
Because also it did sound familiar, that dun, 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 that
Yeah.
melody. I feel like I maybe have heard before. So this might be one of those songs that I maybe have heard even on a radio. This came out 2017 too.
Yeah.
And maybe it didn't sound familiar to you at all.
No, for me it didn't sound familiar. It isn't something that I've heard. Like I know there've been a couple BTS songs where I had heard them
Yeah.
and had but not even realized that it was BTS. Whereas this one, it's
Felt like a
very
standalone for
unique.
you,
It is
like
a
you said.
standalone, and I'm really curious to know necessarily what it's about. I also going into this, unfortunately, because going into this, I am guarded just because of being being called out for crying. So
Yeah.
I do.
Future note: if you want to see the tears, it has to be a surprise
It
for
has to be
Alanna.
a
Take
surprise.
it from me, who knows how to give her the best surprises.
And that also has to come because to give you the reason why I took this so individually at first, whereas you took this as a group
Yeah.
experience, and I took this as a combination of individual experiences that all the boys
Which
had,
is still that.
which is still that,
Yeah.
which where they had all come together is with the laying down on the tracks really hit me. And
Yeah,
it really hit me because of what I have experienced in my own life with the love of loss of a partner, loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
So
No
that's
kidding.
where I immediately started going into this as being an individual or breakup or loss, and then it's like, I will see you again, I am coming to see you again, I'm going to come for you at the very end. So even going through that sadness to then the snow is gone and the spring day is coming, and they're even going to that tree to watch it bloom, to watch those cherry blossoms come again.
Tree of life.
Because
That's what I thought it
tree of
represented,
life.
and there was no branches at the end. That's why I thought so many people passed
Yeah.
away.
So it's like, it's really,
Then the shoes being hung at the end.
yeah, the shoes being hung. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. The shoes being hung at the end. And this is just my own, like, because where I'm from in Canada, that meant that there's drugs available here. So
Right. I always
that's,
thought over in their culture that might have been deceased or something like that.
and
But
it may
I
have.
could be wrong too. I think this is why a music video like this really benefits from a nice explanation video from a diehard ARMY and
It
BTS
really
lover that can
does.
help people that are still so new, who even took the universe so personally by accident
Yes.
as well. We need to make sure we're knowing what exactly is happening, because this was a great song itself,
Yeah.
incredible melody, and now let's find out the true story behind it. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys for still sticking around with us. Let's flip it to the other side now. Well, I don't know if you had a quick look at the title.
BTS Spring Day music video explained. Seoul Ferry, Snowpiercer, and Survivors. Oh, they did mention the Snowpiercer in the lyrics as
I
well.
remember hearing Snowpiercer.
And so I thought that was when I first saw the Snowpiercer in the lyrics, I kind of brushed it off because I thought it was just referring to them being on the train that never ends as an emotional state. Because if you've seen Snowpiercer, it's a train that's just going to continue going around to keep humanity alive, which is
also that.
which is also an emotional state where you have to keep going to keep humanity within yourself alive.
Exactly.
So I kind of brushed that off, but they're saying here that this is actually, because it's in the title, it is a very important aspect, and I'm sure it is an important aspect or an Easter egg within the video itself. So I'm curious, is this a ARMY created video then as well?
Yeah, it was made by Bulletproof Vibes, so definitely give them some love too.
Very cool. 1.6 million views 8 years ago.
Yeah, there you go. So
There you go.
I think we're at the right place to find out what this is about.
Yeah. Theory number 1.
Okay, this music is a tribute to the Seoul Ferry tragedy.
Okay.
Okay. All the survivors of the tragedy.
Okay.
Oh, survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's so sad.
Happy to survive while his friends have passed away.
What?
Oh.
No. I'm really happy they used RM in that moment to express that because he's a true leader. And I know he wouldn't have left his people. So I really don't like bad leaders, and no wonder there was so much outrage to that, to know he just let those people sink and ran away.
Yeah. Can we reread that part? Sorry. Most tragic.
Most tragically, the
Most-
captain told the students to stay in their spot instead of evacuating. Most of the students drowned, while the captain and many crew members evacuated the sinking ship.
Wow. The captain's supposed to go down with the ship.
Yeah, that's why I think it's so powerful they put RM in that moment.
Oh.
So yeah, in the lyrics of Spring Day, Ratmon mentions Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a movie by the Korean director Joe Bong. The movie takes place entirely on a train. The movie symbolizes human society where the people in the front of the train, upper class government, treat the tail of the train, regular people, in an inhumane way, which was what you were referring to, and how it can work through individual or this, and it's a whole metaphor for humanity staying not going crazy, I guess.
Man, as parents, like, oh my God,
that's just devastating.
It's devastating because if you lost your child and the captain got away and your child did not, the murderous feeling that you would have.
That you do have, even for them.
Yeah, you do have. It's powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
Belong to the front. You belong to the tail. Know your place.
That's incredible.
Keep your place.
Know your place. Keep your place. Rice. That is what happened to them in the and I think it's so true because if you just follow orders and it's the person who's oldest that you always have to listen to, all kids are going to have to listen to authority at that point, even if it is wrong. And that's a really horrible place to be in when you know you could have possibly saved yourself, but you have to just listen to authority. And that's kind of bred into the society too. It's a hard thing to beat, and hard to be individualistic in that moment, yet your master became individualistic in that moment.
Absolutely. So oh man. I can't even speak. It's tough.
Yeah, so in the Snowpiercer movie, one guy finally decides to revolt against the injustice. So he sets out towards the front of the train to confront the train owners, the government. Here, Rat Monster is doing the same thing, and it's the same thing that BTS and Big Hit really did for what they are as music and how their genre defined that you can't box them in, and they're gonna move the way that they want to. They're not gonna stay in the tail.
Absolutely. I believe in one of the comments on our on our docuseries video that BTS was never really classified as K-pop because they weren't created in the same way as original K-pop.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until they had to be pioneers to change the industry and like what the expectation was. And because of their global influence, K-pop globally became known as what BTS and Big Hit had pushed forward, not what it had been as previously. So like that really is in the sense of what RM is doing is going to the front of the train to confront. And you've seen BTS confronting their entire career to change the norms, change that belief system that may be incorrect.
Absolutely. Well, Melez is always referenced in their music videos too, I noticed. Name of the fictional town is from the book The Ones Who Walk with Omelas. Okay.
Interesting.
It's a story about a utopian society whose survival and happiness depends on the suffering of children. So someone's happiness and prosperity means someone else's suffering, which is very true. That's what they're trying to say. Ignorance is bliss at that point.
Here, Hobai and Suga represent citizens of Omelas. Omelas is full of people, thus no vacancy.
Confronting injustice, rat monster. Got that right.
Oh, the king. And that's why they're having the party.
In the front. Nice, so he's moving up right now. Yes, it does. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just pausing this because when I saw that scene with the party, I thought of that more as a memory of having a bunch of fun with your friends and all of those different things when having that memory moment. And that's kind of also what added for me of it being a song of individual loss, which it still kind of is, but
sure
I didn't
is.
take the Snowpiercer reference. Now seeing the explanation, it does mirror it very well.
They're so multi-layered at their storytelling while being able to weave in pop culture that everyone around the world can understand while still pushing in their own culture.
Absolutely. I love Snowpiercer. I did not know it had a Korean director.
Very cool to know.
Very cool. The anger.
Yeah, somber expression. Yep. No one wants you to help. Keep the party going. Okay, he represents the people who passed away. He can't grow up.
Yeah.
Lost a childhood for sure. Things we take for granted.
Can't enjoy the party the way they used to.
That's really sad.
Shoes of a survivor.
Yeah, picks up the shoes of a survivor and walks up on the shore. Wow. Yeah, let's hear what this 18-year-old fighting back tears said. Grown-ups are constantly telling us to forget and cheer up, but we will remember and recollect our friends, because not forgetting them is what we can do at best, just as we will remember them. Please don't forget them. Very sad when the younger generations have to be the adults in this day and age, because some people have not grown up even in responsible positions like being a captain.
Emotional maturity is allowing those who you've lost to live on through your memories, not to forget their existence because it's too painful for you to acknowledge.
Yeah, kids don't want the block button. Here we go. Hey, honey, it's okay. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Don't forget. The mountain pile of clothes represent the victims. Oh my gosh! How many people? This is like their Titanic.
And it was all students.
wakes up and seeks justice with him. There you go. You never walk alone. Yeah. What's done is done, and it doesn't bring them back. No, that's the saddest part. Even getting justice doesn't bring them back. Here, Jungkook striking a match is reminiscent of the scene in Little Match Girl, an old fairy tale, where every time she lights up a match, she sees her loved ones who have passed away. The previous scene, he was alone, but after striking a match, he had everyone around him. Incredible. The closed pile outside the train, for sure. How the dead's outside of the world being the train. And it's a gloomy sight. This is how beautiful they reign in our memories. They reach the highest peak. It's completely frozen outside. Being stuck in our rules and oppressive regimes. Can live outside of that normal life. How did he know? Right, snowflakes are falling. Yeah. So starting to warm up. There's hope for survival outside. Wow. Gorgeous. Don't downplay tragedies, y'all.
Hope, a new life, a spring day.
Commemorate the dead. Yeah, I thought so.
That makes sense.
Which is actually why gangs use it over here.
Yeah.
So it still is in the same
It
reference.
still isn't the same reference, but it's been tarnished in a way because of our gangs over here.
Just as we cannot forget them, we ask that the citizens of this country also never forget them.
Yeah.
Sounds like y'all haven't.
No.
Thank you for making this. Wow. South Koreans make some good movies. The Parasite was an incredible one too.
Yeah, that was an incredible movie.
Wow, that puts you through the ringer. I'm really glad that you brought up them becoming a parent. Like, if I wasn't a parent, this really wouldn't have affected me the same way. I'm really happy that you brought some of that anger, even in that passion that you felt as like a mama bear. Because you could see in the pictures, it wasn't the fathers that you could see right in front. It was the moms who were like, are you kidding me? I am going insane. Why is no one talking about this? Why is nothing being done about this? Why is no one commemorating the bravery of these survivors who are still trying to make this not just pass away, because everyone wants to push this pain away and their history away. But what makes us strong as humans is our ability to learn through our mistakes, to talk about our bad ideas, and to move past them, and to learn and hopefully learn from your superiors too. And that's why this one really irked me off the bat, and it irked you. It's like, oh, I wish everyone had an RM as a leader, because then we all would be flourishing and be ready for that spring day. And now I feel very blessed and honored to be being married in a day of renewal in this spring, knowing that some people don't even get to make it to them, like Jin was representing at the bottom of that stairwell, and how well this explanation video did to put to life that music video.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the pick.
Thank you for guiding us in the way of this explanation video, because the last explanation video we had done for the music video gave us more questions than explanations, I should say.
But then y'all answered them.
Y'all answered them. And so you guided us correctly with this one that really gave us full context of this song. And I think I have seen videos on this tragedy because they're playing in my mind. And if I'm remembering correctly, all the kids were told to sit there while the boat was sinking. And even the ones that tried to escape were then brought back into the boat and told to sit and stay. And so those who did survive basically had to watch their friends drown.
Yeah.
And then they weren't even able to talk about it. And then the media completely downplayed it to like, oh, like there was a malfunction, instead of, no, this actually, there was enough time to escape.
We could have saved all your kids.
We could have saved everyone, but we chose not to. And as a mom, as someone who has experienced loss, I want to go carry the torch and stand with all the mothers who have lost their kids from this, because this is beyond disrespectful to your citizens and to the families of those who have been lost. And so for BTS to then say, because like the thing we know about BTS is they said every single song that we write has to have a form of emotion, either individually or as our people. We're not going to just, or as a culture. Yeah. We're not going to push anything forward simply for the likes, simply for the dopamine hits. We're not going to be pushing anything forward that doesn't have meaning. And so because of that, when they bring something like this, and they're like, hey, we're going to find a way to attack this tragedy that has happened so that we can bring to light, so that nobody has to forget, so that even those who have forgotten, we can reignite that fire, so that, like they said, the little match girl, when that match is struck, then all of those memories of everyone who was lost, they come back. In I believe in Mexican culture as well, around Halloween, you because that they believe that the veil is thinnest between the world of the living and the dead, that you have to put up a picture of your lost family, your lost loved ones, so that their spirit can come over from the veil of undeath into the living world to experience those parties, those with you. So like this is such a so being able to release a music video that then brings that memory back does reignite their life in a way, even though it has been completely lost. And like Jimin showed, you're not going to be able to, they can't grow anymore, they can't move forward in that way because they've been stuck at the bottom of the stairwell of life. So it's very impactful the way that this music video was created, the way, the imagery that they decided to use, even referencing a very dystopian book that connects because of childhood suffering. It's very well thought out, very well planned as well.
Yeah, this was like a home run again, and what an emotional roller coaster, y'all. I was trying to stay strong until that moment, and it looks like I needed the tissues just as much as Alanna for this one, and we really thank you for this experience, because that's also why we're doing this too. They really are such a band that only comes once in a lifetime, honestly, and every single video and song has been so life-changing. Every experience we can think of the moment we've heard this song, and going all in really gets to help you really experience what they were trying to do. And thank you guys for helping guide us on Patreon, because we have another song that you guys get to pick over there. You also have the Rise of Bangtan that you can see a day early release on there too. And we have some documentary series that I think get blocked on YouTube. So we'll have some even block stuff on there too. So definitely, if you don't want to miss all the awesome stuff coming from BTS, check that website out. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment down below what moment shocked you the most about this story, and subscribe if you are new.
Thank you so much, Army, for being here with us as we experienced Spring Day and went through this emotional roller coaster as we listened to a song, not fully knowing what we were getting into, then got all the context, and were really able to dive deep into the understanding of the music that BTS has been putting out for all of us to reconnect and be that community. So thank you, Army, for guiding us through this community and helping us along our way to understand truly what BTS is pushing forward. So peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care and bye for now.